this morning, the Egyptian man accused of hijacking an Egypt airplane makes his first court appearance. Mecklenburg County commissioners will not include a repeal petition in their legislative agenda. That unanimous decision following a heated discussion about House Bill 2. Welcome back. Here is a remarkable story about a little boy from Chester County who always wanted to go hunting, and today his dream actually came true. When it comes to this particular season, I think a lot of people would say that this season is as exciting as the first season from the outside looking in. And now you've got Tay Diggs that you are opposite there on screen. What is that experience like, and how is this season going from your perspective?
I think we're off to a great start with this season. I think once we started focusing back on the family, that's why this season is great, because it's really about the family as opposed to what guest star is on the show. Tay Diggs is amazing to work with. I never worked with him before. I'm a huge fan of his work. And who knew he was so funny? I mean, he keeps me cracking up in between takes. I never knew, because he seems like such a serious kind of guy, you know? But he's a jokester.
Well,
and he's easy on the eye.
Well, yes, he is a nice chocolate drop to watch, indeed. Ms. Taraji,
Yes.
Can you kind of walk us through any, maybe some inside scoop there? I mean, you know, I think part of us still want you and Lucius to get back together at some point, because you guys are the original family. Can you give us any hint on what might happen there?
Well, I don't see Cookie and Lucius getting back together anytime soon. I mean, Cookie's really done. You can break a woman's heart, but so many times, you know? You can only break a woman's heart so many times before she's done, and I think she's reached her glass ceiling with Lucius.
As we continue our series leading up to the Daytona 500, we'd like to welcome Brad Keselowski to the show, #2 with Penske Racing. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me on.
Coming off of a roller coaster season, talk about the momentum leading into 2015 and really specifically the Daytona 500.
Yeah, I think looking back at 2014, probably one of the best years I've ever had in Sprint Cup.
Hello.
Oh, we're on Facebook Live.
We're on Facebook Live.
Oh, God.
This guy, I'm sure you
Oh, me
recognize
too.
him.
Let me get mine.
You're gonna do yours? This
Oh,
is
mine.
Sinbad.
And I'm Snapchatting.
Oh, are you?
Oh, yeah.
Do you like that better?
No, hell. They all suck.
How you doing? I mean, I see you, you know, in the comedy skits. I love your work. What's going on? How you doing today?
Everything's good. We're dealing with her high maintenance. Yes, we found she was a high maintenance young lady.
How did you find that out?
Yeah, she walked in. She said, "Don't you want to know my name?"
No,
She
no,
said,
that's
don't-
not
she
how
says,
it went.
She said, "Don't you want to know my name?" She didn't just say her name. She said,
See, this is
"Don't
like
you want
those,
to know my name?"
These are like those relationships when you try and explain how y'all really met later.
Yeah.
That's not how it went.
Yes,
down.
it is.
No,
Exactly how it
listen,
went.
I came
It's
and I
exactly-
shook your hand.
Chase? Chase, I need you to weigh in on this. What'd she
Chase.
say? Did she say, "Don't you want to know my name"?
Hello. You don't want to know my name?
Thank you. Thank you.
Kinda.
Thank you. That's it. That's the
She
high
didn't move
man.
the hair, though.
She
I
no,
thought
her
she
hair didn't
moved the
move.
hair.
No, didn't.
No.
She didn't move at all.
Yeah, it's not a fresh wash. It's not as bouncy. I didn't move it.
All right.
All right, so you never did learn my name.
No, because you didn't tell me. See, she still won't say it because she wants you to like, no, what's your name, please? Oh, my God. Give me those digits, please. Just give me 3 of them. I'll find the next 4.
My name is Barbara Sinbad.
Case Barbara, y'all, just in case.
We're having so much fun, the Southern Ideal Home Show here at the Park Expo. So yeah, Jenna hit it right on the head. If you've got some remodeling to do, this is the place to be. Maybe you need a new mattress. They have some of those here. And here to kind of walk us through what else you have on tap is Carl Zimmerman. So talk about what people can find when they come to the show over the weekend.
Yeah, we have a great mix of exhibitors this year.
Well, good morning. We are continuing our coverage of the shooting death of Keith Lamont Scott. His family speaking out this morning.
This one being sponsored by True Healing Under God. They're protesting right now in Charlotte. Peaceful protest. Here is the family.
Multiple witnesses out here that have seen what happened on yesterday. About an hour after the shooting, I was here and stayed here until nightfall. Something more should have been done to that particular officer, and something should happen for this officer as well. More than administrative leave would pay.
Sir, with all due respect, and I'm just playing devil's advocate here. Sorry.
All right, folks, so you've been listening in here to a live press conference being sponsored by True Healing Under God at the same university area apartment complex where Mr. Keith Lamont Scott was fatally shot yesterday by CMPD officer Brentley Vinson.
That's right, Brentley Vinson. These people arguing that Scott had a book Others saying he had a gun. That's still yet to be determined. Police saying he did, in fact, have a gun.
Now, Mr. John Barnett, you heard mostly from there mention the Jonathan Ferrell case. The reason why I want to bring this up is earlier we heard in a press conference from Mayor Roberts that she says we have a history of working together. Folks, you may remember Jonathan Ferrell was shot and killed by a CMPD officer back in 2013. It ended in a mistrial when it actually went to trial, ended in a mistrial last year. The city of Charlotte did not have anything like we had last night. So we can certainly come together and work through these things peacefully, and we're certainly hoping for that as the night falls and we get through this day ahead of us. But everyone, again, calling for peaceful protesting. This group saying as well that they're encouraging the youth to be very peaceful as we go about this and try and understand what's happening and have the details of this ongoing investigation unveiled. And in this morning's Health Watch, one of the smallest patients ever to undergo open heart surgery and be successfully treated for a rare condition is right here in our own backyard. This morning, we introduce you to baby Olivia and her family and the Levine Children's Hospital team responsible for giving her a fighting chance.
Let me take a listen to the back.
Baby Olivia, at nearly 7 months old, has already lived a lifetime of medical challenges. She was born with a rare heart condition where the tricuspid valve doesn't form properly, a condition called Epstein's anomaly.
Which means that the right side of her heart wasn't formed properly. She also developed, while I was pregnant, she developed something called hydrops, fetal hydrops, which is collections of fluid. So she had pockets of fluid around her heart and lungs.
Hey folks, I'm Barbara Lash and I have a trending story for you today. And when I say trending, I mean trending. This beautiful young lady, her name is Claudia Diop. She is 19 years old and she's a model based in Paris. But she's not always been celebrated for her beautiful dark skin. In fact, as a child, she was often teased and even bullied. And it's her story that's really going viral because she says that she learned to deal with the bullies by confronting them. And along the way, she really learned to love herself more and more the older she got. She's been modeling now for 2 years, and her story has been shared and liked roughly 4 million times. And she really wants everyone, especially the dark-skinned sisters, to embrace their beautiful skin tone, but also everyone. There's a beautiful quote that she shared in her story which says, "If you are lucky enough to be different, don't ever change." Ms. Diop, we appreciate you and fighting back against those bullies and embracing your beautifulness. I'm Barbara Lash. I'm on Good Day Charlotte, 4:30 to 9. I'll see you tomorrow morning. After a dubious first half in 2016, Microsoft experiencing a little bit of a turnaround. All right, we've got Lauren Simonetti joining us this morning with, I guess, good news from Microsoft on this Friday. How you doing, Lauren?
Yeah, I'm great. How are you?
It's Friday. Shall we say any more? I mean, I feel fantastic.
That's it. That's all you need to say, right? A couple more hours and then the weekend starts.
And it's a payday. Double threat.
That too.
Payday for Microsoft too.
Unbelievable. It's like 1999 all over again.
Good for Microsoft and all the folks who have stock in the company. How about the world's wine production at an all-time low? Now, this sounds a little bit depressing.
Well, we did establish that it's Friday, and let's establish that a lot of times people like to have a nice glass of wine on a Friday to wind down after the week. Wine drinking demand is up. Millennials love it. Baby boomers love it. We've seen production actually go up the past couple of years until right now. Production is down. In fact, if you look at the latest numbers, because of bad weather that we've seen in France and also in South America, countries that do put out a lot of wine, that weather really hurting their output. So we're looking at the lowest volume in, get this, 20 years. So if you like that glass of wine, make sure you can get the type that you want, and I'd look at the price to see if it's the same or maybe if it's going up a little bit because of, I don't want to use the word shortage because that's not the case, but the fact that we don't have as much volume as we have in years past.
All right, well, Miss Lauren Simonetti, unfortunately we have to wrap because I was going to ask you about Guzzle Buddy. Look it up if you haven't seen it yet. It's a glass you put in the bottle and you drink straight from the bottle of wine. Anyway, it's on Amazon. Have a great weekend.
That's so college. Guzzle
Buddy.
Awesome.
That's what I'm going to leave you with as we head into the weekend here.
I love it. I love it.
Bestseller.
On my Christmas list.
Have a good one, Lauren. We'll talk to you again on Monday. Mr. Will here is going to walk me through some dance moves. Now, his family's from Puerto Rico, mine is from Panama. I'm a little rusty. I haven't danced salsa in a while, but, you know, we've got a nice little mix of Michael Jackson salsa going on. Yeah. Oh, wow. Now, that's a nice picture. You just recently competed, didn't you?
I did a ballroom event, my first ballroom event with Planet Ballroom to benefit the Cystic Fibrosis Fund.
Nice.
And I never did ballroom before, so it took things to another level, but I loved it.
Okay, he's ready to protect and serve. He's a ballroom dancer. He believes in charity, and let's do it.
Let's do it. You ready?
We've got some music coming, I think.
Here we go.
Oh, right. Michael Jackson. Okay, ready?
So on the left.
Can you talk and dance?
Absolutely. This is what we do. It's in the blood, as we say, en la sangre.
Oh, look at you. All right, folks, 7:49 as we continue to recognize October as National Women's Small Business Month, it is time to talk branding your business. Today, more than ever, really having that online presence and social media presence makes a huge difference. Joining us this morning is marketing expert Danielle Morell of Rich Girl Business. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you. I'm so excited.
I am too, because you are speaking to probably what a lot of women are going through who are wives and mothers and have that 9 to 5 and trying to balance everything. You left corporate America behind to start your own thing. Tell us why.
I did it because, you know, I actually saw a statistic a couple years ago that said that 75% of women-owned businesses make less than $50,000 a year.
You know, you got such wide-ranging support, and I know you started this campaign back in 2014. Has it even sunk in yet that you are the next mayor of the city of Charlotte?
Well, I have to write a lot of thank you notes first. That's for sure.
Did you get any sleep last night?
A tiny bit. Okay. A tiny bit.
Well, I know you have so many people to thank, and I saw you do that kind of in your speech last night, so many supporters. But let's talk about some of the issues. I mean, kind of hitting the ground running, because you have these relationships already built. You're the first woman to lead the city of Charlotte and the county commission, so I know you have relationships built. What will be your first, or maybe the first few initiatives that you're going to tackle head on?
Well, I think that's a good point, that I do want to help make sure that our city, our county, and our school board are working together well. And having come from the county, I know that area of government well, and I look forward to helping the city work together even better. In terms of some first initiatives, after I write the thank you notes, I really heard a lot on the campaign trail about parents concerned about after-school programs. And of course, it's also crime prevention, because we want to make sure our adolescents have positive things to do after school. And there are gaps in the accessibility and parts of the city and areas that young people don't have access to good after-school programs. So that's something I want to start working on. I also heard a lot about small business. You know, most of our job growth comes from small businesses. We have great energy. We have entrepreneurial spirit. We have a need for innovation hubs that are going to be in all parts of our city. And I want to make sure that small women and minority-owned businesses have good information and have access to the same resources so that they can build their future as well.
Let's talk about also your gospel roots. I mean, you know, for those of you who don't know much about Mr. Anthony Hamilton, he started singing roughly like 5 or 6 years old. Yeah. In the church, but you told me that you were shy, so kind of walk us through that.
Yeah, I was.
Did you have a high-pitched voice?
Yeah.
Nice.
I was a shallow kid, man. I didn't really want to be out. I didn't even know I could sing like that. I knew I loved music, but you know, you have that choir director who points to you, and then, you want me to come out here? Yeah. So.
Pulls you. Well, you know, they noticed the gift in you. Right?
Yeah. Before you even know it, someone else is paying attention. So. And I'm glad they did.
Yeah, I think we all are.